integrity.
Terrell.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yes, sir. What's going on? How you doing, man?
Nice to meet you, my guy.
Man, nice to meet you too, bro. Appreciate you pulling up, man.
I appreciate you for inviting me, man.
Yes, sir,
Thank
man.
you so much.
Terrell, let's talk to him, man.
Talk to him, bro.
You living or you surviving?
I'm doing a little bit of both.
Real.
Yeah, man. I feel like I'm living and surviving every single day. That's just about it. Cause
break that down for us.
You just like, you know, when you young and you just going after it, bro, you constantly in survival mode.
That's a fact.
Just so you can live how you want.
Saying so.
I feel like I'm in the middle of both of them. But I feel like I'm going more towards living. I'll say that.
Respect. That's
yeah,
real.
man.
Real.
Appreciate
Respect,
you.
bro. Respect. Welcome to the Integrity Response with your brother CEO Khacki. Every individual sitting across from me doesn't believe in being typical, ordinary, or familiar. They're elite, meaning society's norms don't sit well with them. They believe in raising the bar for themselves, family, and for those they may never meet. From those in humble beginnings to those in the midst of greatness and legends who've paved the way. With a comedic edge, I will ask the questions that hold value, and I believe we'll gain insight to the real them. It's the Integrity Response. Terrell, let's take them back, man. Let's take them back. So before, you're right. Before acting, before comedy, before entrepreneurship, before the music, at the age of 9, what did you want to be?
At the age of 9, dude, I think I wanted to be like a firefighter, astronaut.
Okay,
no,
for
I'm
sure.
capping, bro. I wanted to be a Power Ranger. I ain't even gonna lie, bro.
Right. What color did you?
The green Power Ranger, bro. Tommy. Tommy Oliver. That's my guy, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. That's real,
I mess
bro.
with Tommy so hard, man. Bro. That's my guy.
That's real.
Bro, RIP, man. RIP.
Real,
that's
bro. Real.
That's my dog, bro.
Absolutely.
I mess with that dude so hard, bro. Yeah, watching Power Rangers.
Come on.
That is kind of what inspired me to get into acting in the first place. Because soon as I went to my grandma's house, me and my cousins was in the front yard basically doing a whole stage play anyway.
That's right.
Because I was the Green Ranger, he was the red one, and we had to bang it out. So we had our whole, like, you know, we had all the lines and things planned out. They looking outside like, oh man, they definitely autistic. Yeah, it was going hard, bro. I had all the toys. I was the guy.
You was really proud.
I was that guy. I could have flexed my Power Rangers on my arm freaking like some money, bro.
Real.
I was really him.
Did you have any Power Ranger birthday themes?
Oh, all the time. All the time. More than
he said I had one last year.
I'm a little embarrassed to admit. I'm gonna be completely honest.
That's true.
I've had a lot of them.
That's true.
Ask my mom, dude. I've been a Power Ranger majority of my life. I'm not even gonna lie.
I love it. That's real, bro.
Oh yeah, bro. I aspired to be a Power Ranger. Yeah. I thought it was real. In my mind, it was. And I was like, yo, when I get a teenager like them, bro, I'm going to get my morpher. I'm going to be lit. Like, yo, I'm going to be in here, bro. I'm going to be out here, bro.
That's real, bro.
Yeah, but then I hit 16, and I think I was just depressed. That's all I got.
Oh, you got to act.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah, I was just depressed. I'm like, oh, you know.
But you actually have, like, you know, just from our research, you have the agility, too.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh,
wow.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You really.
That's super low key.
Absolutely. Yes, bro.
Yeah.
So you grew up, you know, backflips, everything. Like, you knew how to do all that.
Yo, that's crazy you say that.
Come on, bro.
You know, yeah, when you a kid, you just doing stuff. You ain't thinking about it. And I was a chubby kid, bro.
Gotcha, me too. I was really,
bro.
Absolutely.
I was a chubby kid, but I was athletic as fuck.
Real, bro.
You couldn't tell me shit. I was on that trampoline hitting it.
Come on, bro.
I was getting it, bro. I was the fat dude, bro. But I had it, bro. I had it. I really had it. Yeah.
Real.
I was doing all the karate. Anything I saw on Power Rangers, I was doing.
Doing it. Absolutely. You had to find out how to do it.
Exactly.
Real.
Exactly. It was fun, man.
That's real.
Yeah.
Good old summertime, bro. I love it. That's real,
great.
bro. For real.
Yeah.
What about siblings? Have any siblings?
No, so I'm my mom's only child.
Okay, gotcha.
But I have 2 younger sisters.
Okay.
Taisha is right behind me, and then Tiana, who I haven't met yet because my dad's a dickhead.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Fuck Tyrone.
Oh man.
Shout out to Tyrone.
You know?
Yeah.
God dang.
Yeah. It's like what? Yeah. It's like, bro, fight the stereotypes. Fight the stereotype. If your name is Tyrone, be a great dad.
Right.
Just don't be that guy, my bro.
That's true.
Don't be that guy.
Man.
Yeah. I have a joke I say when I do stand up.
Oh my God, that was a classic joke you
had.
You
saw,
my God,
I was like,
bro.
my dad is so good at being a bad dad, bro. He is so good at being a bad dad, and it's so true. He has everything you want your dad to have. He has money. He has cars. His wife is attractive. He has a big ass house. I'm like, why are you so shit? You have everything. You're just not trying. What the fuck did I do to you?
You were taking real life experiences on your stand up. That is, I love how you could pull and make it, man.
It was crazy. The crowd was quiet. I was like, I'm sorry, y'all. This is too traumatic. And they started dying. It was a lot of white people in there.
They didn't understand it.
Nah, it was a lot of white people.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But you reeled them back in. You reeled them back in.
The white women, when it comes to dad, that shit's real traumatic for them. So that's why I said, it's just too traumatic. And then they started dying laughing. I was like, okay, I hit the button on the head. I was just went a little too close to home for y'all. And that's okay too.
That's real.
That is okay. You see black people, we laugh at our shit.
Absolutely, bro.
Because I got this story. I got like 12 other friends with the same story, bro.
Real, bro.
That's how it is, bro. Tyrone. Shout out to Tyrone.
Shout out to Tyrone. That's real,
I guess,
bro. So Sumter, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Come on, man. So what was it like growing up there?
It was, honestly, bro, I think I had one of the best childhoods.
Come on,
childhoods. I had one of the best childhoods. Because like, you know how it is. Like, it wasn't, to me. I didn't live in the hood.
Right.
I don't feel like I lived in like poverty or what they would call it.
Because everyone was in a sense the same.
Bro,
measure.
I was just doing what everybody else was doing. I was just having fun, and it never occurred in my head that we're poor, you know.
Gotcha.
We don't have a lot. I had a single mom. My mom had me at like 19, 20 years old. So like, bro,
absolutely,
that's hard
man.
For any 19, 20 year old to raise a child, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But luckily my mom had a lot of help because I had 3 grandmas at the time. My great grandma.
Gotcha.
Then you had my grandma Daisy, grandma Julia. I got a slew of aunties.
Come on, absolutely.
A slew of uncles.
Y'all deep in South Carolina. Really.
Yeah, I got a lot of cousins. So
that's where y'all originated
I was
from?
Always,
Sumter? Gotcha.
Yeah, I was always around family, so it never felt like anything. My cousin Amari is in the NFL. Shout out to Amari.
Come on, man. That's what's up, man. Who does he play for?
The Panthers, which is crazy.
Come on, North Carolina. Come on, that's dope. I love Amari, that's dope, man. Brother. That's dope.
I don't know what the hell they was feeding him, because the last time I saw that little nigga, he was at my waist. This he's like 6'4", 300. I'm like, what are they feeding you? And why didn't I get it?
He lineman tight end?
Yeah, he's a linebacker. Yeah,
good
bro,
gracious, bro.
God, he looks like a freaking specimen, bro.
That's that country eating.
That's that country eating, bro. I'm like, what? I guess it skipped the generation.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
that's right.
I'm 5'9" and some change.
Right.
I'll say 5'10".
That's so real for sure.
Yeah.
So what type of kid were you growing up? Like,
bro, I was
overall?
really happy-go-lucky. I was happy, bro. I was always eating. I was that kid that I was just happy, man. I was always drawing. I had a big imagination.
Gotcha.
I always had aspirations to be like something more than what I was at the time. I was really shy, and I didn't have like I didn't have a lot of social skills outside of like my family or my cousins. Like
myself, you know, you said we grew up, we were a little heavier set. Did that confidence kind of draw into that?
Oh yeah,
gotcha.
I didn't even think about confidence. Confidence wasn't
even a thing.
No,
you were just
bro.
who you were.
Yeah.
Real,
yeah,
bro.
Until I hit about 22, I'm like, I don't have a lot of confidence, do I? I'm just like, yeah. And it's only because like you get around people and friends and stuff like that. You want to talk to girls.
Absolutely.
And then it's like, I don't have something that all these other people got. And I was like, I just lack confidence. Yeah.
But how do you know, bro, like as funny as you are.
Yeah.
Like how do you, was that something, in the family, like
being funny?
The funny family? Cause my family, hilarious.
Yeah.
Like is that where you draw from?
My uncles, bro, like, however long I do stand up or however long I take on this entertainment thing, I'm never going to be as funny as my uncles are.
Wow.
In no way,
I hear that a lot.
Bro, there's no way. They're just, bro.
I hear that. I've heard that before. Like
my uncle, Little Alfred, bro, he's literally one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. His voice is so country, but everything he says is just freaking hilarious. And that's because my granddad is hilarious.
The witty.
Yeah, they got it. I never had it. I learned from them.
Gotcha.
So I feel like when I'm being funny, I'm just doing an impression of my uncles.
Wow.
And it works.
Right.
Yeah,
wow,
but
that's something.
dude, they are hilarious.
Real. Do you feel like you have an old soul?
Oh, 100%. I got an old soul.
I see it, bro. Like you do have that, like on stage, you have that.
I do.
That presence, bro.
It.
For real.
You,
absolutely, bro. That's real.
Like, cause like growing up, I was really close with my grandma.
Gotcha.
With my grandma, so like I talked to them more than I talked to anybody. And then I was the baby also at the time, so everybody
was absorbing.
Yeah. Everything. My cousins, everybody was older than me and stuff like that. And they were mostly military.
Gotcha.
So which is where their sense of humor come from. They have a very dark sense of humor, and it's the best thing ever, real. Bro.
For sure.
Honestly, I feel like my uncles could go head to head with like Eddie Murphy or like the Wayne brothers. I literally see them as the Wayne brothers because there's so many of them and they're all so funny.
They just go
and like I'm like, bro, I come from one of the most talented families, bro. If they wanted to do like that, bro, they would have been huge. I'm telling you. That's why I was like, bro, I got to do something.
Improv, just off the cuff.
Even my grandma's witty. Like everybody's witty. They're amazing. So funny.
That's amazing.
And I never felt like I was funny because of them.
Because how easy they was to do.
Yeah, but when I come out here, I'm like, I be having conversations with people and they just laugh. I'm like, I'm dead ass serious. Where do I find a carton of eggs? I need eggs right now. You're fucking laughing. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to grocery shop.
That's real, bro.
Dead ass, bro.
That's real, bro.
Yeah, man. It's a good thing.
So we go all the way up the ladder. So all right, let's take organized sports. Did you play any organized sports?
I did.
Okay.
But like I said, I was really shy.
Gotcha.
I played I guess I played basketball, but I definitely played soccer.
Okay,
I was
a
goalie.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. I was decent,
right?
But I was okay. Really? I was okay. It was at like the Boys and Girls Club.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But that's that agility, because you know as a goalie you gotta be quick.
I was I was a big dude, but I was out there.
Real.
I was the guy.
Real, bro.
It was crazy. I remember when I got put on goalie. I wasn't originally a goalie. I was like half field or wherever. Gotcha. I don't know the terms for soccer.
Right.
But I remember the day my coach was like, "Yeah, Terrell, you're gonna be goalie," and that was it.
Just like that.
I was just goalie from there on. I was actually really good at it.
Real.
So
I
was pretty happy about that.
What was your aspirations like? For college after the Power Ranger? What was your
Power Rangers? That was.
He said no.
That was something. That was it. yeah. Full time Power Rangers.
What was your aspirations like? Did your family wanted to push you to go to college or?
Yeah, well, military.
Same here. I was 5 years Coast Guard, military family. Ooh. Yes, definitely, man.
Dab me up, bro.
Yes, come on.
I mess with anybody military, man, because it's some real shit.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I graduated, and I remember they didn't. I could tell they didn't want to bring it up. But they were like, so, what you want to do? Military? I'm like, no, probably not. I want to be an artist. They was like, oh, God, this nigga. This nigga want to be a Power Ranger still. I'm like, so, yeah, that was the thing.
That's real.
Yeah, but like, no, man, I never had aspirations to be in military even a little bit because all of my family was there.
You was like, bro, I didn't think I would go either because all my family.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But there are some great things about it. I will say that there's some great things about military as far as the schooling goes.
Absolutely.
And I would say I see why people did do it.
Absolutely.
So I don't shit on it at all. I think it's a very noble thing to do.
That's right.
I personally didn't see that for myself. I was in the mindset of where I wanted to struggle in what I was getting into, which is really stupid.
No, but you're saying something though, bro. Like, but what you're saying is, bro, like you're artistic. You have that, that struggling artist aspect. A lot of people don't understand. Like, my brother's one of those. Like, he's a creative, bro. Like, some things we just will never understand because society deems one way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, imagine if we was all one way.
Yeah.
There would be no Basquiat's. There would be no,
no.
Real,
bro. I was a huge Basquiat fan.
Come on, real,
huge
bro.
Basquiat,
real.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I went to school. I wanted to be in art somehow because I was in like all the AP art programs, art competitions in high school. I had a till this day I have a sculpture in the community college.
Oh, wow.
Where I graduated, Gastonia, North Carolina.
Come on.
I still have a sculpture there with my name on it. I have a picture. I did a painting that ended up in the newspaper.
Okay.
I was just trailblazing, bro. And like at the time, people thought I was so cool, but I was just doing what I was good at and what I had fun doing. And so I never thought about it. But I was like, until recently, I'm like, wow, I was really doing that art shit, bro. And then but I wanted to like, I still wanted to pursue music, but like I was thinking like, man, do I really want to do this art shit though? Like it's a hobby for me. I've been doing this my whole life. So to me, it didn't feel that special. Because it was something I could do without thinking about it.
God-given.
Yeah, God-given talent. And everybody in my family can draw.
Wow.
My mom can draw. My dad can draw. All of my uncles are freaking amazing.
Wow.
My auntie, everybody's really creative in that way. So for us, it was just like a family thing.
That we just did.
We just had it. Wow. And I never thought about it. So... And in the back of my head, I always want to be an artist, like music.
Gotcha.
I always wanted to make music. And then I was like, I remember my teacher asked me, because like I wasn't asking her for recommendations on schools or anything for art.
Gotcha.
And she was just like, last few days of school, she was like, Terrell, what do you want to do? And I was like, I think I want to make music. She was like, really? I was like, yeah, I think I want to make music. Miss Patterson. And she was like, wow, well, where are you going to go? I was like, I don't know. Well, Miss Dickerson said I should move to Atlanta.
Wow.
Yeah, and then that swayed me to move to Atlanta.
This is 2013.
Yeah, I went to how I moved to Atlanta was I went to the Art Institute of Atlanta.
Come on.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I got into the
music production.
Yeah,
absolutely. Come on, that's what's up. Man. Shout out to him. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great experience. I'm glad. I'm glad I did it to get to Atlanta, but I'm just not a scholar, bro.
Gotcha.
I'm a really smart dude. I'm actually very, very smart. I can articulate very well, but when it comes to the school system, the rebel in me just turns on because I just refuse to do it.
Bro, you're saying something. And I'm just, while you're saying that, I'm thinking about how Kels even said, like the schooling side of it was a hard part for me because of that artsy part y'all have. Like, for real, that's real, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
That's the thing about society. You can't force everybody to be a scholar. Not everybody's a fucking scholar. You need a scholar. You also need the Michelangelos. There's different ones, bro.
Absolutely.
They push everybody to be a scholar. And you don't need to necessarily go to school for everything. But looking back, I always wanted to do acting and like comedy in some way, but I didn't have like I was a shy kid. I barely talk to people.
That's what I was gonna get there, like to be that shy and to take that leap of faith to go 4.5, 5 hours from something South Carolina to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Like that shyness you had to literally like, all right.
Well, something. It's like I just had like this what do you call it? Like I still had this confidence about myself. Okay. That was somewhat what do you call it?
Untapped or just
untapped? Yes, very much so untapped. And I kind of just went with it where I felt like I should go. And I moved here and it was great. I moved to Atlanta in 2013, 2014.
They had you in Dunwoody?
Yeah, dude.
Yes, I know. Yes, I know they had you over there. I know they had you over there. That's
bro.
Right. In the apartments in Dunwoody. Absolutely.
It was.
I went to AIU, so I know we was all combined.
Bro. Dunwoody, just no 18-year-old should be living there. No 18-year-old should be living in Dunwoody, bro.
That's real.
Like,
bro.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I am from South Carolina, but I didn't experience racism until I moved to goddamn Dunwoody, bro. My God.
It was different.
Yeah, I couldn't get a job at all. Bro. Nobody would hire me. I had to go to my first job was at Forever 21.
Wow.
Yeah, because I had a friend that worked there.
What mall was this at?
Lennox.
Gotcha. Yep, right down the street.
Lennox, dude.
That's real, bro.
It was terrible. It was terrible. I ain't gonna lie.
Gotcha. So how was that? You getting down to Atlanta, like, let's backtrack a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so the music, you wanted to become an artist. When did, tailing high school, going into college?
Yeah.
Was this in the dorm? I mean, not in the dorm, but in the apartment? Did you peep the scene out here? Of course, you had it at school.
Yeah, I always wanted to be a rapper, bro. I always wrote rhymes.
Really?
I've been writing rhymes probably since I was like 13.
Wow.
And I never had wasn't shy, but I was working on my skills.
Gotcha.
I knew I wasn't there yet, so I wasn't blurting it out like, "Oh, I'm a rapper."
You was honing it.
Yeah, I was honing it, and then I found all my inspiration. And I went real deep, bro. I went back, like I was listening to like Rakim.
Come on.
Run DMC. I was Grandmaster Flash. I'm really like a hip hop historian, bro. I really, because my mom is like a huge hip hop fan.
Wow.
And she put me on since I was a kid when I didn't even know what I was listening to.
Wow.
So I took being a rapper as like a duty, and like, bro, you got to educate yourself on this skill,
fact, bro.
So I went back, bro. I was listening to everything, and I was like, I'm trying to see what type of artist I want to be. I was always a huge Ye fan.
Come on, man.
Yeah. R.I.P. to Ye. I was always a huge Ye fan, and then I was a huge at the time. I was a huge Ye fan and Lil Wayne and Jay-Z and T.I.
Classic.
Those were like my favorite people, bro.
So you're a wordsmith.
Yeah. I was really huge.
Real.
Yeah, I was huge into that, man. Really huge. And then I started listening to Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and Drake around 2008. I literally remember how I found J. Cole's music. I don't even like say that, but like my friend Chelsea, she can tell you, I put the whole school on Kendrick Lamar, bro.
Come on.
I put my entire high school on Kendrick Lamar and
crazy.
J. Cole. They wasn't messing with him,
even
bro.
though he was one state up, like
because like J. Cole wasn't really popping yet, and he had Who Dat. Nobody's really listening to Who Dat before, but Friday Night Lights was the joint. I was listening to that, and I found out about J. Cole because Kendrick Lamar had that song High Power that J. Cole produced.
Absolutely.
So I was like, produced by J. Cole. I was like, who's that? So I went and listened, and I was like, yo, these like my two favorite artists right now. This is like 2008, 2009.
Wow,
so I was bumping them heavy, bro. Yeah, and I was trying to put my high school. I'm like, yo, nah, I'm good, bro.
Yeah,
Like, all right.
What do you like about, because you're mentioning my favorite artists as well,
bro?
Like this is my Mount Rushmore: Drake, Kanye, Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And it's hard. Like, I hate this. It's kind of hard with the fourth.
It's not.
Because like, it's
Kendrick.
It stands for something.
It's Kendrick, bro. I love J. Cole.
Bro.
Kendrick. Real. It's like people try to make this hard because they do love J. Cole. He's really likable.
Absolutely.
Kendrick has better albums than J. Cole. And it just boils down to that.
Real.
J. Cole can have flashes of being the better rapper.
That's a fact. He can give you a little bit of mainstream, a little bit of he can kind of give you everything.
He can. But when it comes to like having songs that are memorable, songs that stick with you, songs that you want to listen to, and songs that like also have a good subject matter, everything that J. Cole does, Kendrick just delivers it better.
Can J. Cole ever make it to the Super Bowl?
No. Nobody wants to see that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, bro. We gotta be. White people don't know one J. Cole song. They might know the rest in peace, Uncle Phil. After that song go off, they're gonna be standing there like, oh, what's this? Who's this? Oh
that's
god,
real,
like,
that's real, bro.
Oh my god, did I see this guy on the subway?
Real.
Yeah, that's gonna be them. Nobody listens to J. Cole.
What about
like
your debut?
Oh god.
When did you start? Like officially getting in the studio, getting in the lab, whatever it is. Like
14.
Gotcha. So this is right after you got to Atlanta. Next year.
Yeah, because I didn't know anything about recording, bro. I just knew writing. I had notebooks about lyrics. I wrote all day.
Wow.
In my dorm, I wrote songs or just verses all day. That is all I fucking did,
Was
bro.
that like a form of therapy too?
Yeah, it was. Because, I was alone for the first time,
Gotcha.
But it also felt amazing.
I know.
Yeah. So, bro, I just like wrote for days. That's all I did and go to school.
Wow.
That is all I did. And then when it came to getting in the studio, I was like, this shit is harder than it looks.
Come on, bro.
It's harder than it looks.
It's a rapper that is a recording artist.
Yes, it's a difference.
It's a difference.
Because you want to do everything in one take.
Absolutely.
That is not realistic.
Not trying to go Nas on
Nobody does it
real,
like that.
Bro.
Everybody tries to make, I just go in a booth and freeze. No, you don't. You punching in.
Absolutely.
You are punching in every bar, every word probably.
That's a fact.
Nobody records a verse all the way through because you can't hold that much breath. And I learned that the hard way.
And make it sound good,
and
too.
I still did it anyway.
Real.
And I'm like, oh God, what that is.
How do you feel about it now? You're tackling the acting, the comedy, the music, the art, because you're an entertainer. Don't put you in a box. Like, so last thing you want to do. So how do you feel about the music aspect to this day?
Well, I haven't made music in a long time.
Gotcha.
I have music that I haven't released. With I got some features with some very well-known people. And like I got friends that are like producers that are well-known producers and stuff like that. But I just I feel like film is just where I belong. I belong on stage doing comedy, and I belong on in front of the camera. And I would love to still do music. That's just not. I don't want to pursue that right now because like the hustle of it. I'm just like, you can't just love the music. You got to love the hustle. I don't love the hustle of music.
Gotcha.
I don't. I love the hustle of acting and comedy, but not the hustle of music at all.
We spoke off camera regarding on set, directing, the difference between this and that. In a sense, I fell in love with this aspect. So that's real. So
it is.
It's a big difference. So let's move it forward to that. So the directing, picking up those cameras and putting it out there. What brought on that?
Dude, that's crazy. So basically, how I even got into acting or directing and writing was because of I wanted to do sketch comedy, and I loved Key and Peele, David Chappelle, stuff like that.
Oh
and
my!
Like, yeah, bro.
The white privilege skit.
Yeah. Oh, you saw that? Yeah, white privilege, bro. Oh my god.
Bro, I died.
Yeah, for real. Fire. That's such a throwback.
Bro, that's so.
Really? Dope.
It is class, bro. Y'all, I'm looking at the camera. Y'all gotta look at the white privilege skit on YouTube. It is classic.
Thanks, man.
I love it.
I like it because it has layers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Bro,
that is so dope, bro.
How I got into that was after I so I was in this. So after I put out my first mixtape called The Chase, I think it had, or EP, it had like 5 songs on it. Most of them weren't even mixed, but anyway, it was decent.
This is 2014, 15?
I was recording those in that time. I think I put it out in 2016.
Okay, gotcha.
And and like after I put it out, honestly, I kind of just fell out of love with music. Gotcha. I was like, do I really want to do this?
It was one of them things you just feel like you had to get off. You like, no, I have to put this in the universe.
Yeah, man. And it did great. Like, I had a song that got like, this rapper on Twitter retweeted it. And I had a song that got like 10,000 plays in like, 2 weeks? Wow. And it went from like 200 to 10,000. To me, that was a lot. To me, I made it. It is
a lot, bro.
I made it. I was like, I'm good, bro. I'm like, dog. I ain't with y'all little dudes no more, bro. I'm with the big dogs now. You know what I'm saying?
Call my agent.
Yeah. And it went viral. It was going viral on Twitter. The rapper did some fuck shit and deleted it as it was going up. But he text me or tweet or DM me on Twitter. He was like, bro, this beat's fire. Who made this beat? And I was like, oh, me and my boy Mac. Mac still busting. He just won a Grammy with Doechii. Come on, man. That's my dope, boy. Shout out to Mac. For sure. Yeah, the song is called "Living in Color."
Gotcha.
Yeah, me and Mac produced that.
Is he from Atlanta?
He's from Brooklyn. Okay, he's from Bed-Stuy.
Gotcha.
Yeah, shout out to. I'm so happy for him, man. He's just such a great pianist.
That's dope, bro.
And producer. And I wish we got to spend more time together, but I know as life goes on, you know, people move around, stuff like that.
That's right.
But he was one of my good friends and also a great producer. So I like making music with him.
Real.
And like, I didn't like doing that shit with nobody else, honestly, because he was my guy and we just had a certain vibe and connection. I was like, bro, this is my guy to make music with. And you know, life goes on and you move around, you got to work and stuff like that. I kind of like really, if I wasn't making music with him, I was like, this shit really. I'm like,
so you gotcha.
Yeah, he was my guy. I feel like he was my guy. Yeah. And I just didn't want to do it no more.
Is he in Atlanta now or where is he?
No, he's still in Bed-Stuy.
Gotcha, for sure.
He moved back.
Yeah.
That's
real.
Yeah, shout out to Mac, man. And then so I was making music, and then honestly, bro, I think I just shared my music with too many people before I released it. I definitely did that shit, bro, because like I was like one of my big inspirations between my first tape was 808s and Heartbreaks.
Classic, bro.
I made songs mirroring that. I was doing this in 2014 though. 2013, 2014. I was making that type of music. I think I showed my shit to too many people because then right after that, you get these Lil Uzis, Juice WRLD, and I'm like, damn, I ain't put this shit out yet. I gotta rush and I gotta play catch up now, cause these niggas already know. Cause I was sending it to producers and like, bro, you think this is fire? Just trying to get the attention or be on and get on. And I was sending this shit to people, and I'm like, yo, this shit sound a lot like my shit though. I'm like, I don't know if they heard it, but I'm like, this shit do sound a lot like my shit though. And I made this song in 2014, 2013.
And you're producing your own music too.
Yeah, I was like co-producer with Mac.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Wow, like I would like make like
the drum pattern, or
I would make a drum. I would make something that was in my head, and he would build around it.
Wow.
Yeah, because he's like an actual musician. He went to performing arts school, so he would build around it. And I was like, bro, okay, bet, let's record
Dr.
this
Dre
shit.
and Scott Storch.
Yeah, damn near. He's up there, bro.
Wow,
yeah, so that's how that started, and then but yeah, so I just I kind of fell out of love with after I put the music out.
Gotcha.
I don't know if it was like results that I wanted, but something about it just didn't feel like I needed to keep doing it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Real. That's real.
And I was kind of forcing it upon myself, and I created this image of like this like depressed loner guy, and it worked.
Gotcha.
It worked. I'm not gonna lie, it worked. I got my style was copied a lot. I'm not even gonna say nothing.
Because you have the say like you know the Kanyes, the Kendricks. I was
a huge Kanye.
Yeah, it's like bro, like Take Me As I Am.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like you know, like that they built that off of Take Me As I Am. Real,
exactly.
Bro, real.
But also kind of the part of the reason I kind of fell out of it because I feel like I don't know what you call it, like mumble rap and trap music was so heavy in Atlanta. I don't really feel like, and that was probably just me being in my head at the time.
Gotcha.
people wasn't running towards the type of music I was making at the time. Because I wasn't talking about no like negative shit for real. I was just talking about my life.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it was like I think like who was popping around, like Playboy Cardi and shit, and Lil Uzi and shit were popping around at the time, talking about a lot of drugs. And I made the song that I had popped off was talking about drugs. And I don't do drugs, bro. I wasn't doing drugs at the time. I just felt like I should make a song because I was feeling that vibe, and it went up. And then like I remember I did an interview with this guy, and he was just like, "Yeah, bro, so Terrell, how'd you start doing all these drugs?" And I'm just like. I was like, bro, I don't do drugs, bro. That was a song, nigga. I was like, the fuck? Like, I used to smoke a little bit of weed. I don't do that shit no more. I'm like, so that's kind of like, I know people do the thing when they call it fake it till you make it.
Yes.
I didn't have that in me.
Gotcha.
I'm just,
integrity.
I feel like,
bro,
integrity.
Absolutely.
Where I'm from, I didn't want to portray that image because like my little cousins listened to my music and they liked it a lot. And my auntie would be like, my cousin played the song at her wedding. The song was it? These drugs can't be good for me. I'm living while I'm young. I got weed, can't be good for me. Pills can't be good for me. That was the song, and my cousin played at her wedding. Wow. I'm like, my little cousins are listening. I'm like, bro, I don't do this. I don't do drugs. And I was like, bro. So it's like a part of that kind of play. I'm like, I just shouldn't be doing this.
I understand what you're saying.
I shouldn't be doing it.
And I asked you earlier about you even having an older soul, like how you, bro, like you. Wisdom, you have that in you, bro. Like for real, so you know, like that integrity build up. Yeah, nah, this ain't this real.
It used to feel like a curse. Now it feels like a gift more so. When I was young, it felt like a curse because like I couldn't make myself keep making that type of music if I wanted to.
If you wanted,
I couldn't get it out. I couldn't write. I had writer's block for like 2
how
years.
How do they do this? Right?
Yeah, bro. I was like, bro, I can't make another song like that. It kind of just died out. And then but I got tired of the hustle for it because I'm like, dude, I feel like I was clout chasing.
I got you.
And then once
a lot of it is.
Yeah.
In the it is.
Yeah.
A lot of it is.
And it's very disappointing.
Gotta be
very
disappointing. Gotta be bro.
Yeah.
Real. Have you always known you was born for entertainment?
Yeah. My mom, my uncles, they're like, bro, do you want to be on TV? And they're like, out of nowhere, they're like, you just have a face for TV. I'm like, I guess. I'm like, I don't know.
Real.
Yeah, I never thought about it. People, my mom said people would stop us. Like, if we were walking through the mall, like, your son should be a kid model.
On, man.
A child model. She was like, I regret not doing that. But I didn't want to force it upon you. I wanted you to do it yourself.
Right.
And I was like, wow. Why didn't you?
Ain't that something though?
Yeah. So I was like, I felt like I always wanted to be on Disney Channel. I'll put it that way.
I've seen your headshots. You're built for this.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, bro.
Rick, respect.
I appreciate it. They cost a lot of money.
Yeah, right.
They was not cheap.
Real, bro.
That was my rent.
He said, I live in the studio now.
Yeah.
That's real.
Oh my God.
That's real, bro. But it's like, but that's something you say that as far as like people from the outside seeing, a gift that, and parents not wanting to be forceful.
Yeah.
But sometimes.
I wish they did force it.
Yeah, man. That's something though.
Yeah, man. I could have, bro, honestly, I could have 100% been a child star. And I feel like that's the direction I was in. Cause like I kept seeing opportunities for it to come. And I even remember my mom, hey, do you want to go to this audition for this commercial when I was a kid? And I was like, no. Just being a kid, like, you don't know.
I'm trying to get back to watch Power Rangers.
And like even and then she even told me, she was like, I regret not just making you do it. Just forcing, because I was in my comfort zone. And basically she was saying she wished she pushed me out of it. And I was like, yeah, I can see that. But then it came full circle when in middle school, I was in I went to Irmo High School. Or was this Irmo Middle School? I went to both. And then I had a theater class, and the teacher, I did a monologue on stage, and my teacher was like, he asked me to stay behind in class after I did the monologue. I was like, oh, did I get in trouble? Did I fuck up that bad? Wow. And then he was like, hey man, are you thinking about pursuing this for real? And I'm like, I don't know. And then I walked out the class. I went to my next class. So I feel like it's always creeping around me, but I just never like took hold of it pretty much.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it back, right back to that confidence part. Yeah. Like in the sense of, if the confidence was early on, like the beast would have been alive early on.
100%. Because I had the same personality I have since I was a kid. I'm confident now. But I just didn't have it as a kid.
It was just, you had it. It was just untapped.
Yeah, people used to call me Corey in the house. I look like Corey
in the house.
Yeah, so everything was just centered around TV.
When did you lose the weight? Around what age?
Gross Burt. It was a growth spurt. I didn't go to the gym. Okay,
I just
got taller.
Grew into it.
Yeah. I was real. My growth spurt came late. I actually had 2 growth spurts, and I'm only like 5'10" right now. So I 14, I got taller. It was over a summer.
Gotcha.
Because I remember I went to my grandma's house and my cousin was like, who was that walking out? He said, that's Terrell? Like, when did you get taller and skinny? Right. What the hell happened? So they say it was baby fat is what they call it.
Gotcha, real,
yeah, they call
real.
it baby fat. And then so I had my growth. I had an early growth spurt when I was like 14. I was like 5. I went straight to 5'7".
Gotcha.
I was 5'7", dead ass up until I was like 23. And I grew like 3 more inches.
That's a South Carolina.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, thank God. Just for 3 more. I needed that. Yeah. Because I was
Hollywood, here I come.
I was a short king.
Right.
Yeah.
So when did you, we're gonna go from the comedy to acting. When did you know like you had this knack for comedy?
It
like,
was always in my head, man. Like I would just be like sitting at work or sitting around friends, and I always had jokes in my head.
Gotcha.
And we'd just be talking. I would just bust out laughing to myself. And I'm like, "What's so funny?" I'm like, "I just thought this joke was so funny." And I've always been a troll. Like, I've always been a troll like my whole life, and so that was kind of like the beginning of it, just being around my friends. But I actually had that one artist. Did you ever heard of Young Baby Tate?
I know that I can't. Yeah. I've heard of the name. But
it's okay. It's fine. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we're cool anymore, but she was like, dude, you're really funny. Like, you should do comedy. And I was like, oh, for real? I was like, I don't know. And then I just went on about my day. And I never thought about it. I never considered myself funny. Because I just be saying whatever comes up top of my head, bro, like, and it just makes people laugh.
Like this, bro, like this Dave Chappelle, D.L. Hughley. Bro, you have this thing where you
said D.L. Hughley.
Bro, you have this thing where it's like you command a room. And I don't know if, and maybe that's a gift that you don't even, but you have this thing where I
appreciate that.
Yeah, bro, it's like, captivating.
Wow.
It's untapped, bro. Like, and I'm telling you, bro, like, yeah, you have that thing, bro.
Thank
like,
you, man.
it's not, it's about how, not what you say, how you say it, how you look when you say it. All that is really apparent, bro, for real.
I appreciate
Absolutely,
it,
bro, for real. But definitely, bro, you already know.
Hell yeah, bro.
You know, bro, for sure. You have that, bro, for real.
Appreciate that.
Definitely, man. So what actually, you said she actually, but it's like, you should do this comedy. What was it like, kind of like?
That's not where it started, but it did start after that because a breakup happened. It was like a 5-year relationship I had, and it was toxic the entire time. I don't know how I was in it for 5 years.
Being young,
4.5.
Right.
It was on and off damn near the whole time, and I had this great idea, like, oh, we should move in together. And so after that situation ended, I felt like I was probably being dramatic, but I felt like I was at a really low point in my life. I really wasn't. Gotcha. I had a loft in the middle of Atlanta. I was doing great. Right. I was doing just to be 23. That's pretty fucking good. Right. And I was just in my room. Like, oh, I'm so sad. What am I gonna do with my life now? And like, I just had like at a moment, it just got really low and really dark, and I was just like, bro. I need to do this comedy shit.
Wow.
And cause I shot a music video for a song I had, and I directed it.
Gotcha.
I wrote out the I had a script for it. I wrote the I did the storyboard for it. And I was like, yo, that was the fun part.
Right.
And I was like, yo, I just want to keep doing this. So then I was like, oh shit, I think I'm gonna just do sketch comedy, because the video was a comedy.
Absolutely.
So I just kept doing it, and then that's how you get like white people.
White
privilege app.
Right.
Yeah, and that's how that came about. These are all ideas I just had forever, and I just finally had the courage to make it. And then I met my homie named Roman, who was the part 2 of me.
Yes, gotcha.
And he was like, I met him because he was already kind of doing it, and I was like, bro, let's make these sketches. And then we did it, and it was like, bro, literally off back, they were going viral. Like, so that was like the hard thing about the things that I did. I know a lot of people say, yeah, things just didn't take off right away. But first song I put out went viral. First few sketches I put out went viral. So I'm just like, more so for me, it was having imposter syndrome.
You saying something?
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah,
like you're saying something. Just like we're our own worst enemy.
Yeah.
No one's holding us back. It's just us.
Yeah. I was
real,
like,
bro.
Because my whole thing, I was like, it's never this easy. Why is it this easy for me? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, I like put this doubt on myself.
Gotcha.
And like, I mean, it had to happen for me to get to where I am now. But like, I was just like, dude, like, I put out one sketch and went viral. I put out a meme. So the Terrence Howard, so there was these memes of Terrence Howard called, they would be like, Iron Man or something like that. So I put out a tweet. I barely use Twitter, bro. Right. I put out a picture of Terrence Howard of Iron Man. I photoshopped Terrence Howard's head on, and I said Iron Man. Terrence Howard liked it and retweeted it. The shit went viral, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's like everything I was doing was just going viral.
Come on, man.
That shit was on. It was on like Fader magazine and shit. The meme. I was like, what the
hilarious,
fuck?
Bro. I can hear him hustle and flow.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
He was the first person to like it and retweet it.
That
hilarious. Means he saw it right away, and I'm like, what the fuck?
That is hilarious.
It's crazy, bro. I'll tell you, like. And then I just kept doing shit. I was never high on myself, so I never thought anything of it.
I mean, I'm gonna stop. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Being high, I've heard. So I know George Wilborn. He's a good friend of mine. He's a very he came over like Richard Pryor, Steve Harvey, and stuff like that in Chicago. Wow. He told me that he said I know I'm great, but God doesn't allow me to see that, so I keep going. And I was like, wow. And like every now and then I talk to him for advice and stuff like that. And I was telling him this one day, I was like, yeah, man, I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna land. He was like, how you gonna land when you still going up, brother? And I was like, damn. So you right. He was like, don't think about landing, you still going up. And I was like, okay, cool. And like keeps you level and humble. And I'm like, this man been in the comedy game longer. I've been alive.
Real, bro.
Like, so he knows what he's talking about. So yeah, I try to see it that way.
Real.
And I never wanted to be those people who was like too high on their own supply, man. Like, because I know artists who just like, I'm like, bro, you got one song popping, all of a sudden you treating everybody differently.
Bro,
I don't fuck with that shit.
Real. I don't subscribe to that either, bro.
I don't fuck with that shit.
And I deal with a lot of artists, so I know, absolutely.
Yeah,
real,
I don't like
bro.
it. Yeah, bro. So yeah, that's kind of how that's what I think it is.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let me ask you this. How do you like, we're going to stay on the comedy for a second. Your writing. How do you come up with your material? Like,
bro, it's in my head. So I see it visually in my head. And then I'm like, okay, I got to write down what I see. That's basically that's the gist of it. I did the same thing with music. Real. It was always a story for me first, and then I was trying to jot down what I saw. So yeah, and I was just like, and honestly, just talking shit with my friends, but like, yo, wouldn't it be funny if we made a app that was a white privilege app that black people could use when they were in like a sticky situation?
He was like,
bro, yeah, man. Yeah, it was crazy.
That was classic,
and
bro.
That's how it came about. Classic. That was dead ass just how it came about. And I came up with white privilege app because I actually got arrested on Edgewood Avenue. And I was like, if I was white, that wouldn't have happened. So I made this whole idea for this sketch. I was like, as soon as I get out of jail, I'm doing this fucking sketch. Yeah, so that was the time, bro.
That was hard.
Which is crazy that I went to jail in the first place. I'm like the least problematic person.
Right, real,
yeah,
for
bro.
sure.
Fuck
real.
them cops.
What about, let me ask you this, a few questions, series of questions.
Yeah.
What's a joke that you currently have in your vault, or do you already displayed that you're really proud of? Like, what do you?
Oh God,
do you have one? Like,
I haven't done it yet.
Oh,
so
wow.
I took a few months off of comedy just because I've been doing like the open mics and the 5-minute sets.
Gotcha.
And like, which is great. Comedy is great to get your repetition in.
Right.
But it's like you don't want to get comfortable doing 5 minutes. I'm not a 5-minute act. I'm not a 5-minute act. I don't want to get comfortable doing 5 minutes. Talking about my life is going to take a good 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Right.
So it's like I took a step back just to write jokes that are really close to me. So like, because the jokes that land are the jokes that are very personable.
Absolutely.
And people think just because people aren't laughing doesn't mean they're not. They're just listening.
Absolutely.
That just means they're listening. Unless they're booing your ass on stage, they're listening.
Absolutely.
So I want, because like I noticed that the jokes that I made more close to me were the ones that landed the hardest and got the biggest laughs.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I would talk about the last show I did. I talked about what happened to me that day. It was the best show I ever had, and like everybody was dying. I got hit by a car that day on my bike, and my back was all skinned up, and I was on stage like, yeah, I just got hit by a car today. I'm like, see, and I showed them. And I was like, yeah, man, nobody helped me. I guess Black Lives don't matter. And then they fucking died at that shit. And I was like, wow. I was like, yeah. And yeah, man. I talked about that.
Was this here in Atlanta or
yeah,
would you?
Dude.
No, I'm saying when you told the joke.
Yeah.
That's here.
Yeah, because I got hit by. I was sad, bro. I could have fucking died today.
But you still went and did the show.
I had to. Something told me like, bro, go do this fucking show. Don't sit in the house and be sad because you get hit by a car. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go do the show. I was definitely concussed as fuck on stage telling jokes. That was stupid.
You just got hit by a car. Yeah, bro, that is hilarious, bro. So that's real. That's real, bro.
Yeah.
That's real. About 30 seconds of your time. I really appreciate your support. With every interview, my aim is to bring integrity and fun back to the culture, and I can't do it without you. If you're enjoying this episode, please hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, and hit the like button. It helps the algorithm. I appreciate you. Back to the interview. Let me ask you this, man. How would you describe yourself in 3 different words?
3 different words, man. I feel like, oh God, words. I feel like captivating.
Real.
Captivating can be one. I draw a lot of attention usually. I don't try to. And I will always put this like mental block on myself. Oh, I hate attention. I love attention.
Real.
I like the right attention. And so I would say captivating. I'm insanely creative.
Real.
Honestly, bro, like I just want the opportunity, and I want the opportunity, and I want the what's the word I'm looking for? I want the resources in order to create what I see in my head.
Gotcha.
Because I could easily be the next Dave Chappelle.
You saying something?
Eddie Murphy. I just need the resources, bro. I deadass just need. I'm just as funny as these people.
Wow.
I just need the resources, because if I have the resources and I don't have to like physically work a job, I can do this all the time. Bro, there's no way I wouldn't be on that level.
Wow.
This is not possible.
Wow.
I'm just that type of guy to do that. So I'm like, yeah, I think about that a lot. And then like I'm insanely creative, and also I'm very loving, honestly. I'm a super loving guy.
Real.
Yeah, I'm very loving, man. Yeah.
I will never leave you alone.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Oh God, fuck, shit.
Let's take it there.
Damn.
That was. Yeah. How did you get there?
Oh my God. So I Will Never Leave You Alone is a horror movie that I booked, and DW, he's the director.
Gotcha.
DW, I don't know.
He specializes in horror films.
Yeah, he does now. He used to just do a lot of comedy shit, a lot of dark comedy shit.
Okay.
And this nigga got some money and made a movie. Shout out DW.
Real for
and
sure.
he knew me for my sketch comedy throughout the years. And they're a very like, it's a circle of people. They like one of the few people that makes their own movies in Atlanta. And it was during the strike. And bro, honestly, one day DW just DM'd me. He was like, hey, you want to be in this movie? I was like, yeah, I don't want to be in a fucking movie. Who the fuck don't want to be in a movie?
Real.
He was like, all right, cool. I'm going to send you the scene, and we can shoot it on this day. And I was like, I bet.
Just like that.
And it was a young prisoner. My first credit is being a prisoner, being in prison.
Right.
Yeah, and they actually filmed it at a prison.
Absolutely, I saw that. Absolutely.
Yeah, and he did that, and now that was basically, I went to set, I shot my line, I shot my scene, and it was fucking dope. It was dope as fuck. I killed that shit,
bro. How did that feel? Like, bro,
it felt amazing in the moment. It didn't really weigh on me until the movie actually came out. Gotcha. I didn't see the movie until like a year and a half after.
Gotcha.
And it had a great press run. My God, dude.
Did this come out in 2024?
It came out. I think it did come out.
Right.
It came out in December.
Okay, gotcha.
I think it came out in December.
Okay.
But like it's been shown in London.
Wow.
It's been shown like all over Europe. I think it was shown in Canada.
Wow.
It's been in a lot of film festivals, man. And I'm like, wow.
What did you learn about yourself, through the acting aspect? What did you learn new about yourself?
I'm a dog, bro. I'm a fucking dog. I ain't gonna cap. I'm a dog, bro. Like, honestly, bro, like I know John Bernthal is one of my favorite actors. He plays the Punisher.
Gotcha.
John Bernthal, and I can't Chadwick, I don't want to say his name wrong. He plays Ghost in on Power.
Oh man,
I said it wrong. It's not Chadwick.
Oh, good. It's right there. We'll get it. We'll get right back. But definitely.
They said this one bar in the interview, they interviewed each other, and they were like, bro, he was like he said the most mind-boggling thing about being special is that you have to pretend that you're not special. And I was like, wow, bro, that's a bar. Because I know I'm special, bro, but nobody likes it when you know you're special.
No one likes it when you know you're special.
Yeah, so like, I gotta keep this humble thing going, especially in the film industry, bro. I know for a fact I can outact a lot of people, 100%. Even with the training I had at the time. At the time, I didn't have a lot of training.
Gotcha.
But I killed that fucking role, bro. Like,
absolutely.
I went straight method on that shit. And I'm like, bro, like, I'm literally a dog with that shit. And I just want the opportunity to put that on more screens.
Absolutely.
Real. Yeah, man. So, like, I can keep acting like, oh, like, it was great. It was great to have the opportunity. But, like, bro, I'm a dog with that shit. I could murder just about any role, man. Yeah, I just did a showcase with Acts of Freedom.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
For sure.
Last week.
How was that?
It was amazing. We
dope.
killed that shit.
Dope.
Me and my partner Brennan, we snapped, bro. We fucking snapped. It was a play called second scene of the play called Top Dog Underdog.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I play Lincoln and he plays Booth. They're brothers.
Gotcha.
Yeah. In the scene, I get money from my job. He's a Lincoln impersonator at an arcade. And Booth is he basically steals from people, and that's how they make their living, basically. Gotcha. And I had to play that character. He's like an alcoholic, drunk, newly divorced. I killed that shit.
Really?
Yeah, and I knew I was gonna kill that shit. Real. So it's like I ain't gonna act like, bro, I'm just glad I got the pick. No, bro, I knew I was gonna kill that shit, bro. Bro, I'm supposed to be an actor.
Come on, bro.
It's just how it's supposed to go.
Real.
Yeah, it's a God-given talent. I lock the fuck in when I need to. And then it just goes well, man. Like, I'm not gonna act like I'm not special.
Real, bro.
Yeah.
When do you know it's time for an agent? When do you know it's time?
I have an agent.
You already do.
I have an agent. I took it out my bio.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I got an agent. Forward Talent Agency is my agent in my agency right now. Yeah, it's going well. I get a good bit of auditions. I get a lot of lead role auditions. Right. I would love to book some. I haven't booked anything with them. And I try to like not get too in my head about it. But I'm trying to figure out if it's just time to move on from them.
Gotcha.
Or if it's time to move on from Atlanta, or if it's just, or if I'm just not doing something right.
Gotcha.
And I can't say all of my auditions are great that I should have the role, because after taking the last class from Acts of Freedom, I know what I needed to work on was the confidence in my skills. Was basically what you were just talking, like, it's untapped. And like, shout out to Malik, my coach. He saw that, bro.
Real.
Yeah, I know exactly what you need. Yeah, and like, bro, now I feel like I can do just fucking anything, man. I feel like I can do anything. And like, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm not special, is what I'm saying. I know I can do this shit, bro. I can do accents.
Real, bro.
I fucking do jujitsu. Like, bro, I can do hand-to-hand choreography if I need to. I can do fight scene if I need to. I'm funny. I can write, and I can direct. I'm like, bro, I just need the opportunity to show this shit to the world. Yeah, man. I dead ass feel like I'm the next Jordan Peele type of guy, bro. Because I have so many ideas.
They took Dave Chappelle and put it on a different budget. Like, the Chappelle show, they took it in with, you know.
Yeah, I love Key and Peele.
Me too. Absolutely.
The thing about Key and Peele and Dave Chappelle, I like Key and Peele better.
Me too.
But
it's just because of the range.
Yeah, but Key and Peele are trained writers, actors, and directors. That's the difference between them and Dave Chappelle. They write. When they write with a structure, and they act within a structure. And like it's all planned out, so that's why it to me it's a little more captivating than Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle had great topics, but Key and Peele would deliver it a lot better.
They can do a lot more with a lot less.
Yeah,
I was thinking about just even the noise.
Yeah, I fucking love that shit.
Like, I love
them so much.
How can y'all do that?
Yeah.
Just 3 minutes.
Yeah. And look where he's at now. He made made, what is it? Us?
Real.
He made what's the other movie everybody likes? I was about to say Not Like Us. He made Nope with Keke Palmer. He made what's the movie with fucking
it's gonna go forever too.
Fuck.
Are they based out of LA?
Who, Jordan Peele?
Yes.
I don't know where he's based at. I know Monkey Paw is his production company.
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure they're based out of LA.
Gotcha, for sure.
Yeah. So like, yeah, dude, and he's like a comedy guru, bro.
Absolutely.
So like
bro.
the fact that
he student, like how you,
bro. I love Jordan Peele so much. Yeah, he's one of my big inspirations.
Real.
Yeah, I love Jordan Peele.
Who is your let's go with acting. Top 3 actors, actresses, but just top 3 overall.
actors. I struggle with that shit a lot, bro. Because I'm like, bro, I feel like I'm gonna say a lot of white people. They're gonna be hating on me.
No, bro.
Bro. Oh, so you don't like black actors?
No, bro.
But
you only can put Denzel in there if get there.
Yeah. Matthew McConaughey, off back, my favorite actor. He is phenomenal.
You don't hear that often,
bro. Matthew McConaughey is a dog. He's an absolute dog.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Like a lot of people didn't watch the first season of what is it? Him and Woody Harrelson. I want to say True Crime, not True Crime. The True Detective.
Gotcha.
I think it's True Detective. I can't remember.
Wow.
But yo, he plays an older version of himself and a younger version of himself.
Gotcha.
Matthew McConaughey, the younger version is completely opposite of the older version, and he had to do that with one character, and it's so believable.
You have to put me on. All right. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it after for sure. I'm gonna start watching that for sure within a week. Wow.
So man, I gotta say, this is hard.
Yeah,
when it gets in the other two, bro, Chris Tucker.
Wow.
Dog. He does not get the credit he deserves as an actor, bro. Chris Tucker is a phenomenal actor.
He's just him.
Yeah,
Money Talks, whatever it is. Rush Hour, whatever it is.
He is amazing, bro.
Dead Presidents, he's just him. Like, he plays it really well.
Yes, Chris Tucker is a dog as an actor. Friday, he doesn't get... No, but the thing about Chris Tucker is all his characters are memorable.
That's a fact.
And that's something I aspire to. They're all memorable. They're all captivating. When he's on screen, you just like, oh, what is he going to do next?
That's a fact.
That's what you think about. So Chris Tucker, and then I'm going to say Jamie Foxx.
Classic.
Yeah.
Method. Mm-hmm. Method, like just, he's dangerous. He's like that guy is, he don't get, like you say, multi-talented.
Yeah.
Can do it all,
bro. Everything.
Absolutely.
Like a lot of people's GOATs is Denzel, and I understand why. Denzel is the dog. He is the guy that put black leading men on the map.
Yes.
For that reason, of course, obviously, he is always top 5.
Absolutely.
But my GOAT is Jamie Foxx because I personally like Denzel couldn't do Ray.
Absolutely, of course.
Jamie Foxx could probably do American Gangster. So I'm like,
he probably could,
bro. So that's how I see it.
Right.
Jamie Foxx can do just about anything, and he's a dog. And then he can leave set and go make a fucking platinum album. It's like, what the fuck, bro? Who the fuck does shit like that? And then go do stand up right after that shit and kill that. I'm like, bro. He's a dog. He does not get the credit he deserves. He actually does get the credit he deserves.
Right. And I think, yes, I think people, and especially, just even what just happened to him recently. Yeah. People started to hone in on him like, man, no, we got to give him his flowers now. Yes. Real, bro. Real.
Yeah, man. That hurt my heart. And it was happening in Atlanta. I got a friend who was in a movie with Jamie Foxx, They Clone Tyrone.
I haven't seen it yet. Was it good?
It's great. It's amazing. It's great. Jamie Foxx is the highlight of that movie. He plays a pimp.
Right.
He literally plays a pimp, bro. It's fire as hell. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, he kills that shit.
Gotcha, for sure.
John Boyega murders it. Everybody killed it in that movie. Yeah, I'm just glad to have a friend in it too.
Real, that's dope. Yeah. What about comedy? Top 3 or Mount Rushmore?
Jesus, I struggle with this one a lot. Bernie Mac.
Classic.
Obviously, Bernie Mac. He's the GOAT comedian in my eyes.
Ooh, okay.
I feel like everybody aspires to be. I feel like every comedian is like Bernie Mac-esque from what they talk about. Like he'd be talking about his family and cursing and shit.
Absolutely.
He was like one of the first people to do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And he was like, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
Right. Yes.
Bro, he commanded the room. I'm like, Bernie Mac was the guy. Then he went on to do movies, had a hit TV show. Bernie Mac was the fucking guy. And then I'll say Bernie Mac, GOAT comedian, man, dude. Bill Burr.
Classic.
He's like the white uncle.
He is the most unfiltered man in America.
So much. I love Bill Burr.
He doesn't care.
Bro, Bill Burr.
And like to me, Bill Burr is like Tony Hinchcliffe is my guy.
Oh yeah.
But he hasn't had enough
exposure.
That type of success.
Yeah.
You know, as far as stand up.
Yeah.
But as far as wittiness, punchliners fast, bro. Like, but yeah, Bill Burr is serious.
I would hate to get in an argument with Bill Burr,
bro.
My God, you get torn to fucking shreds, bro. He gonna make you go cry.
Or Jeff Ross.
Oh yeah.
Jeff Ross is crazy, but yeah,
you might have to fight him.
Yeah, that's real, bro.
I say Bill Burr. He's my white uncle in my head, and yeah. I always struggle with Dave Chappelle and Eddie Murphy because technically Dave Chappelle's been doing it for longer. But
you saying based upon when they
strictly stand up, stand up. Dave Chappelle's been doing it for longer.
I think 97 or something ridiculously long.
But there wouldn't be any of these niggas without Eddie Murphy.
That's a fact, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like
84, 82,
bro. And so yeah, it's like that's why I struggle with that because Eddie Murphy is also one of those people who doesn't get his foul as far as acting. Eddie Murphy is a talented motherfucker when it comes to acting, bro. He's good because people just see it as him being funny.
Right.
Bro, he's acting his ass off, bro. Dreamgirls, bro, what? He snapped so hard. But if we just talking about stand-up strictly, I would say Dave Chappelle.
Real.
Yeah.
Gotcha. For sure.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, what's something new you learned about yourself in 2024, last year?
Oh, something new I learned about myself is you gotta overcome how you think about yourself. That's something I struggle with. I feel like I've been overcoming about how I think about myself.
Really?
Yeah, mostly because of my girlfriend. We're both very introspective people, and dating her kind of makes me realize things I can be better at about myself.
Gotcha.
Yeah. She's really good at that.
You guys are, like let me ask you this first before I get to that. Scale 1 through 10. Currently, what do you rate your grind?
My grind, I feel like 1 through 10, I feel like it's a 7 because I can always grow.
Real respect.
Yeah.
So being in a relationship with another creative.
Yeah.
How is that, because you both have a different tone in this world, and you artistic, you delivering a message to the universe.
Yeah.
How do y'all, find time to be the best towards each other and the best individually?
We're ourselves 100% of the time, so that's not really hard. She's just as funny as I am. She cracks a lot of jokes. Real. She helps me write a lot of jokes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, classic. So it's like, and I'm always like giving her tips on music as much as I can.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's always great. So it's not hard. It's like steel sharpening steel, pretty
Absolutely.
much.
That's dope.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about marriage.
Oh yeah.
Are we gearing up for anything soon? As creatives, as you guys are focused, honing on your career.
Yeah.
Is that something you see yourself in the future?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Dope. That's what's up.
We only been together for a year.
Okay, for sure.
But yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't get into any serious relationship without thinking about that for sure.
Respect.
Yeah. I definitely don't do that at all. So yeah, I would say for sure. Hell yeah.
Sure.
And like I see myself being with the same person. I'm not one of those guys who the hot boy thing didn't work out for me. You know what I'm saying? That's just not who I am.
Real.
Yeah. And like I aspire to be with one person. For sure. And to have a family, one, because I didn't see that growing up with in my family, so that's always something I aspired to have.
Does it make it more, because I asked this, I hear this also, does it make it more for you, like, with integrity, like, no, I want to make sure it's done correctly.
Yeah.
So you don't rush, you don't take, you take your time, you make sure it's damn near perfect.
Yeah.
Because of the lack thereof.
Yeah.
Is that part of the reason, or part of how you are designed?
Yeah, well, I've always thought about that because like you said for integrity, like I always want to leave a good trail behind me because honestly, bro, I know a lot of artists, a lot of rappers, and they shitted on a lot of people coming up, and I've been shitted on. And I haven't been paid for gigs I've done for people, and they just think I'm just want to do free work or give people ideas, and then they shit on you. Yep. I just never wanted to be that guy. I always wanted to be successful and stay how I am and be personable. Just because you got a little more success than you had before doesn't give you the right to treat somebody less than.
Different.
And I never respected that. And then I always see that with a lot of artists that I know or don't talk to anymore. But I'm just like, bro, to me that shit's corny.
It is.
It's corny as hell. I'm like, you didn't get to where you were on your own. And then a lot of these people get off on using people because a lot of people were scamming, especially back then. They were scamming niggas just to buy plays for their songs and shit like that. Wow. And like that shit is also corny. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, just treat people with respect.
That's right.
And it's just like, I didn't get it as much back then because I was just a really nice guy back then, which is why I also didn't care for music that much. I struggled to be that type of guy.
It's a part of, you have to be a little bit of an asshole. You got to be like,
you have to.
It's a tough game.
Yeah, you got to be an asshole.
Absolutely.
Man. And I'm not an asshole. Like, I'm not a bad person, but I'm an asshole when I want shit done. But
go into character.
Yeah, exactly. I've snapped on some friends in character. Yeah. I had a friend, he was like, bro, you okay? I'm like, stop fucking asking me if I'm okay. My character is depressed. I want to fucking be depressed. Right. Stop asking me if I'm okay. Right. And then immediately after that, I was like, I'm sorry, bro. I didn't mean to do that. I was like, I felt so bad. Right. I felt so bad. No, man. I ain't even gonna lie. That's real, bro. But yeah, I want to have integrity in doing what I'm doing because, man, I want to leave behind like something that's just beautiful to look at. Like when you think about Chadwick Boseman, he had just a paper trail of greatness. Absolutely. And I aspire to be the same way, especially since he came from South Carolina.
Absolutely.
And like, just being a good person. I wanted to make it like valuable that being a good person is okay. Being a good person is great.
Okay, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's
bro.
just as great. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Maybe it may take you longer because you don't want to shit on people or take advantage of people, but being a good person pays off just as much as being a bad person.
Delayed gratification.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. Bro.
So I try to stay in that headspace. I'm like, I want to be here. I want to be there, and being on this role and being in this audition, and like it does get like sad. Seeing these lead roles come to your email, then you don't book them.
Gotcha.
And I'm just like, I know if you I'm already lined up for it. I'm lined up in it. Not everybody gets lead auditions.
You're absolutely right.
Let's stay there. Not
absolutely.
Everybody gets those. So the fact that I'm getting those consistently, I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm getting lined up. Once it happens, I feel like it's gonna happen big.
Right.
That's how I feel. Yeah.
What is I'm just even thinking about Michael B. Jordan, Fruitvale Station. Like it was that one.
That's one of my favorite movies,
bro. People forgot about.
Bro,
it was amazingly done. It was that one film that got him out of here. Bro, people forget about that.
Bro, the thing about Michael B. Jordan is he didn't have to do Fruitvale Station.
I didn't know that.
He was a successful actor just in a different lane.
Gotcha.
That put him in the theatrical lead and man role.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He was just doing other stuff. Yeah, bro.
That was a great absolutely,
Fruitvale Station
bro. Absolutely.
changed the film industry. Ryan Coogler directed that.
It was an indie film, correct?
Yeah, it was an indie film. Wow. Ryan Coogler directed it. Forrest Whitaker produced it. Michael B. Jordan starred in it. He asked his agent, I want to do a gritty independent film. He told his agent that, and he got him that role. He didn't have to do that, bro.
Wow.
So him doing that put Ryan Coogler on. Then Ryan Coogler gets fucking Black Panther because of Fruitvale Station.
Wow, bro.
Yeah, man. Wow. So like,
that's classic.
Yeah, I know people like the thing about Michael B. Jordan is he opened the floodgates. A lot of actors were like, oh, they try to gatekeep it. He's very big on like, I want everybody to be in. Yeah, bro. He opened the floodgates, and now that's why you're getting so many black leading men is because of Michael B. Jordan, bro. Yeah, he wasn't the thing. Michael B. Jordan isn't against starring next to people that are also great. He was in Creed 3.
Absolutely.
With
alongside with yes.
Yeah, Jonathan Majors, which was one of my favorite actors. Actors. He's a dog.
Like you say, captivating, like yourself. He's captivating.
He's a dog, bro.
He is captivating.
Like, bro, any actor who's like too high up on their horse would not star next to Jonathan Majors, who's a dog, hungry, ready to get it.
Something.
He put him in the movie right next to him. He's like, bro, I want you to share the spotlight with me. Yeah, bro. So like, not a lot of actors do that. And like, I love Will Smith, but how many second leads Will Smith is just as strong as Will Smith is?
No one.
You know what I'm saying?
No one.
Michael B. Jordan is changing that.
That
literally.
is true. Wow,
yeah, man.
Bro. Wow.
Yeah, it's a very real thing.
Let me ask you this: 6 extra hours in a day, 30 hours. What would you do with those 6 hours?
Oh, I do it 6 hours. Oh man, I would probably I would think about what I wanted to do next, because that's what I do a lot. I would be or executing a plan if I could use another late night stand-up show, I would be doing that for the extra 6 hours.
Gotcha.
I would try to cramp a bunch of stuff in. I would try to get a nap. I would try to do a stand-up show. I'll probably try to get some writing in.
Gotcha, right.
And hang out with my girlfriend.
Respect. For sure.
Literally.
For sure.
Yeah.
Kel said the interview, she said, this is a previous interview, she said, I get depressed when I'm not able to perform.
Me too.
I was getting there. Is that like, you just kind of like, it's like part of you, you have to do it.
Yeah, it's resilience.
Wow.
You have to fight it, because like, you can't be sad all day, realistically. But if I'm not prepping an audition, or if I'm not writing jokes, or if I'm not getting ready to go on stage, or if I'm not in front of a camera, usually I'm kind of depressed. I love being in front of the camera. I love telling a story, and I just I like giving that to something, putting it out there.
Right.
And like, man, it's very heartbreaking when you can't do it, because outside of music, like my girlfriend Kel, she can just go in the studio and make a song.
Gotcha.
Acting, you have to wait for somebody to send you an audition, to audition, to maybe get the part, to get the callback, to get like 2 more callbacks, and then you get on set to actually act.
Gotcha.
So the amount of energy you put into acting isn't even spent on camera. You act 10% of the time.
Wow.
90% of the time, you're just trying to get on camera.
I was gonna ask you, what's something about, film that the viewers may not know, and that's the perfect answer.
That's it. You
That's
gotta
crazy.
And it's like, everybody gets in differently. That's one thing I like about acting. Everybody comes in a different way. It's like, you need to know what's happening behind the scenes. Like, I know how I look on camera because I've been a camera operator. I know how the lights look because I've done the lights before. I've done grip. I know what angle I need to go at. I know when I need to talk. I know when I need to exert energy and shit like that. And all of that comes from being behind the scenes first. So I would say, don't be so quick to get in front of the camera. Learn what's happening behind the camera, and then get on set. Because while you're on set, there's a whole there's 100 people looking at you. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. You got to be comfortable in that. And you got to have the same energy from every single take. First take, second take, third take, you shouldn't be losing energy.
That's
when you're doing it. You got to be on all the time.
So when someone, not verbatim, but like, who's the leader here? Yeah. Get punched. Like, how many takes is that? How many takes is that?
I did a scene like that.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm saying, that's what I'm going at.
Well, for me, how I keep my energy up.
You got punched directly by the bodyguard or whatever behind you. Like, how did you? Yeah. How many? How do y'all? That's what I was getting. That was my take. How does that? How do you maintain that poise through those many takes? Like,
for me, honestly, bro, I like to crack jokes. I'm constantly cracking jokes on set. No matter how serious the role is, I'm always making people laugh, because that gives me energy just to making people laugh. I'm not saying I can't, but like, there's those people like, I gotta be in character all the time. Don't talk, call me my character's name. Don't call me anything else.
Jim Carrey with.
Yeah. I can't. I like to make people laugh. You gotta be, because like, being acting is just being a person. You still have to be a person.
Right.
And like, I have to keep doing that, because then when I'm making people laugh, I'm like, okay, cool. It's not, because like, if you do the work, the character's gonna come anyway.
Real, that's right.
I don't need to fake it. I don't have to be in character all the time. When they say action, I'm in character.
Gotcha.
That's it, because I did the work to get in character.
To get there. Gotcha.
Yeah. So like, maybe if it's a more serious role, like I know I had auditions, like, you got to be a murderer and shit like that. And if you somebody that's like more closed off, then I would be away from people. But if you're a people person, I'm gonna be a people person at all times. Yeah.
What is your ultimate goal in acting?
Honestly, bro, I feel like I'm going to win an Oscar.
Come on, man. I love it.
Love it. I've seen this life for me. I saw this life for me when I was a kid.
Real.
I always saw it. I just needed to grab it. And I feel like I know I'm on the journey. And I just know I'm a great actor. Bro, I'm really fucking good at acting.
Yes, bro.
Like, and I just know in a moment of time, there's going to be a piece of paper is going to come in front of me, and it's going to be a role, and I know it's going to be for me, and I know that time is going to come, and it's going to be my Fruitvale station.
Come on.
Basically. And I know I'm going to fucking kill it.
Real.
Because I've been doing this shit my whole life. Like I said, I was playing, doing shit with my cousin in front yard doing Power Rangers.
Right.
We're being a character.
Right.
You know,
Absolutely.
it might not have been on stage. I was in the front yard in the country, but like, bro, I've been an actor my whole life. So it don't feel like nothing to me. It barely feels like work.
Real.
Yeah, man. I just know that opportunity is going to come, and when it comes, I'm going to be prepared for it.
Come on.
So that's just how I feel about it.
We're in 2025, 2030.
Yeah.
Who are you?
I feel like 2030, I'm the next somebody.
Come on.
Yeah, I feel like Terrell Barno is going to be a very prevalent name.
Respect.
Yeah, I just know, because like, bro, I just need to get into the room. Get me into the room, my personality is going to spread like wildfire. It always does. I'm always the favorite coworker. I'm always the favorite friend. I'm always the life that breathes. Bro, I just need to meet a director, producer, casting director in person. Stop doing all this digital shit. There's no way they're not going to love me. It's just who I am as a person.
You mentioned, you know, when you're thinking about taking that step, you know, Atlanta may not be everything. You know, like, how often do you think about that?
All the time. I've been wanting to leave Atlanta the past 2 years. Yeah. I like Atlanta. I grew up in a different Atlanta though. I grew up in the music Atlanta.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then I got onto film, and then I'm just like, it's great for like, I feel like this was kind of like my high school, and I graduated already, and I'm still here.
Oh, you're saying something.
Yeah, gotcha. I'm just like this. I don't move how people in Atlanta move. So I feel like that's why it's time for me to leave. I'm not a shicey person. I don't feel good about getting over on people. I don't want to get over on people, and I don't want to feel like I have to do that. I don't feel good taking an opportunity away from somebody else. I feel good when I give opportunity to everybody, like and I can give somebody else a job on set if I make my own film or something like that. That's when I feel good, and I just want to be around more people in that mindset who just wants to create things, and not everything is so competition and gatekeeping. Atlanta is so gatekeepy that it died out.
Yeah.
It literally died out because, like, bro, you keeping all this just in this small group of friends. Now there's nothing
left.
Because 2018, after that, everything kind of died out. COVID happened. Now it's all dead. Yep. Imagine if y'all wasn't gatekeeping everything. Everybody would have more access to everything, and we would have been just fine. Like New York, nobody's gatekeeping in fucking New York. Nobody's gatekeeping comedy clubs. Like, bro, you want to come here and do the show with me? Oh yeah, bro, come on. Like, I just met you. You have already invited me to a comedy show. That doesn't happen in Atlanta. As soon as I got my first big laughs in Atlanta, the other comedians are,
Gotcha.
Sorry, you've been seeing the same jokes for 5 years, bro. I'm so sorry. Like, bro, like, that's how weird Atlanta is. Like, it's really fucking weird. They don't really want to see anybody else make it outside of them. In New York, there's more people.
Gotcha.
So there's more people that are good.
Right.
So they're not really worried about nobody else.
Gotcha.
They're not worried. And that's what I like about cities like LA and New York. You just have to be good at it. Atlanta, they praise people just for doing things.
Gotcha.
Oh, you're a comedian. I've been comedian for 2 years, so now you're just known as comedian. Doesn't matter if you're good at it or not, but you're a comedian. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm like, dude, I just got bigger laughs than this nigga who been doing this shit for years.
Real, bro, right.
Why the fuck am I not on the same showcases? Oh, but since you know him, I'm like, okay, bet, bro. Loud and clear. I get it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a Kill Tony fan.
I love Kill Tony. I'm definitely going to go on Kill Tony.
You have, bro.
I'm going to go on Kill Tony, and I'm going to murder.
I know you will rip that minute.
It's my same. That's my crowd. That's literally my type of crowd. I know,
bro.
I would murder that shit.
Tony Hitchcliff would love you, bro. Like,
I would love.
That'd be so dope. Yeah. You gotta do it.
They're on tour. I'm trying to figure out when they stop. Because they're on tour. Yes. I think you got to go to the shows to get on.
They had the Kill Tony and company or something.
Friends.
But your friends.
Yeah. So I want to get on Kill Tony. I'm going to get on Kill Tony, and I'm going to murder it. Yeah, I'm going to fucking murder it. For sure. I already know. Me and Kel talk about that all the time.
Real, that's dope.
She's the one who showed me Kill Tony.
Bro, I've
loves
seen
comedy.
every episode, literally.
Oh my god!
I binged watched it for a year to catch up.
To catch up,
I am a fan.
That's crazy. They come out like every day.
I am a fan.
Jesus,
I'm a fan, bro.
Wow.
I can tell you about every episode.
That's
absolutely
crazy.
Hans Kim from one all the way, bro.
Wow,
I'm
so
one of those guys.
shit.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys, bro. For real.
I'm glad you see that. In me,
bro.
That's great.
You have got to get down to Texas.
I will.
And showcase, because like we see like Hans Kim, who's actually he doesn't come as often now because he's who he is now.
Pop the fuck off,
bro.
So do it in 1 minute.
Cam Patterson, like we see these guys, like bro, we see them like
yeah, man. 1 minute changed their whole life. That's all you need, bro. That's all you need. That's all you need, bro. I need that. That's the type of energy I need. That energy's not in Atlanta.
It's not, bro.
It's just a fact, and that's okay. It's cool. I'm glad people in music and like Kels can pop off, because like I love Kels's journey because she's not clout chasing.
Real. Shout out to Kels in the building. Shout out to Kels. You know, real, bro. Real.
My girlfriend, I love her.
Yes, right.
Yeah, like, bro, a lot of the artists I knew were always clout chasing and always shitting on people, and that's why I didn't want to play into that.
Gotcha.
Because once I got a little bit of attention, I felt like I had to do that, and I was like, I'm better than that. I don't want to have to do that shit. And like,
absolutely,
I'm great. I'm glad I got to meet a lot of artists though. Like I was around Awful Records a lot. Gotcha. That's Zach Fox, Playboy Cardi, Father, I Love McCona, Abra. Those are the people I was around at 18. Wow. So I was seeing, that was my first time seeing it happen. They were doing it in real time. And I'm just like, bro, what the fuck?
What's going on?
Yeah, bro.
I Love McCona from
like fucking Playboy Cardi, like, well, he was like 17. He was still in high school. And this nigga had 1 million plays. Wow. I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga doing? And I hated his music. I listened to it. I was like, this shit is trash.
It's just different, bro.
I hate it. It was 2014. Nobody was listening to that type of shit.
I didn't know he was even going then.
Yeah, bro. And then A$AP found him.
Absolutely, bro.
And then
that infamous song, you know.
Then that was it. That was it. He popped the fuck off. And he wasn't the face of that crew by any means. He was like maybe 4th, 5th in line.
Gotcha.
But he popped the fuck off.
Do you think it was because he was down here and they were up there?
He was popping, like he was in high school.
Gotcha.
The rest of those people were like in their 24. Yes.
Like
they didn't know.
Lil Yachty was moving with him too.
I got a story with Lil Yachty too.
Gotcha. Wow.
They didn't know what he had because he was in high school. They weren't in high school, but the internet knew who the fuck he was because like I think Skepta knew who he was, and then Skepta knew A$AP Rocky, introduced him. Then he was lights out. It was gone. Yeah, and then it was funny, Lil Yachty, I was supposed to shoot a music video for Lil Yachty. Wow. And this rapper named Nestle. I'm on FaceTime with Lil Yachty, trying not to be a fan. But he was a super nice guy. Right. He was a nice guy. I'm not even gonna lie. And I was shooting a music video for him. We were supposed to shoot at Edgewood Pizza. I had the whole storyboard written out. I had the camera crew. I had the crew ready. Lil Yachty, day before, gets in a car accident on the highway. Wow. That never happened. So I'm just like, damn, I was supposed to blow the fuck up after this. Right, I'm like, what the fuck? And
some lyrical lemonade.
Yeah. And then I was doing a music video for this band. My boy Chris, he's in the band Attila. I was supposed to shoot a video for them. He was willing to pay me a lot of money. Wow. His drummer gets a statutory rape charge.
Jesus, man.
That falls out the window. This is all 3 in a row. Then there was a rapper, Fireman Bands. I don't know how popping he is anymore. And then he kind of just took the idea I had and decided to shoot it with somebody else and asked me to do it still, but for free. And I was kind of just like, and honestly, bro, I would have did it, but I'm like, dude, I kind of just want to focus on the acting shit.
Gotcha.
Because all these happened 3. That was 3 in a row, and I was like, I felt like that was a sign. To leave music alone all the way. So I was like, I think I'm gonna just double down on acting. And then I started doing the sketches and focused on getting an agent.
Real.
Yeah, man. Because I had an audition for what is it? The show about the strippers and shit. You know, the show on was it Stars? Fuck, I can't remember. It was a show about the strippers, and I had an audition for it 2 years before it came out.
Gotcha.
And that's what lit the fire in me to chase acting. Cause I was like, oh shit, I got an audition, and I didn't know anything about auditioning because this was just I got attention from me doing sketches and stuff like that.
Right.
And then that's kind of how that happened. Wow. I just kept P-Valley. Auditioned for P-Valley 2 years before it came out, before it was even called P-Valley. Wow. Yeah, I auditioned for one of the reoccurring characters. I didn't get it, and then but that made me like, oh, I need to get an agent and actually do this shit for real. Took me like 3 to 4 years to actually get an agent, because that whole time I was filming stuff for a reel and getting a resume to actually present to an agency.
Gotcha.
Because before then all I had was sketch comedy.
Okay.
And then all I had was sketch comedy, and I did a show with my friends, a web series called SoundCloud.
Yes.
We shot it on our iPhones.
Absolutely. I saw this.
Yeah. We shot it on our iPhones.
This is you and co-founder.
Yeah.
And y'all literally on your iPhones, and you actually it was gaining motion.
Yeah, it got a lot of motion. We pitched it to Adult Swim.
Wow.
Yeah, we pitched it to Adult Swim in 6 months after making it.
That is crazy.
And I was like, wow. And I look up to C.R.E.W.L a lot. She started from that, and like Quinta Brunson, they all started from just making stuff on their phone. Then they got the pitch and show, and it got picked up. So I was like, wow, I feel like I'm lined up with where they were.
Absolutely.
And they didn't pick it up. And
it showed you.
But I was like, wow. I'm like, bro, everybody was kind of hurt. I'm like, y'all, we did this in 6 months.
Come on. Right.
With iPhones. We can't be hurt. We got in there, and they hit us up.
Wow.
So it was like, wow, I'm actually doing this shit.
It's
okay,
really
cool.
doing this.
Yeah, and then we had other meetings set up. For some reason they didn't want to keep doing it, but it made me want to take acting more serious.
Gotcha.
Cause I was like, wow, bro, like I can actually change my life with this acting shit. And this is 6 months after I stopped making music.
Gotcha.
So that's why I felt like film was the obvious choice to do. Cause I was like, I've been doing music for like 4 or 5 years. Ain't shit like this happened.
Gotcha.
But and then like music was I didn't have like I said, I didn't have the love for the hustle.
Yeah, the hustle part.
Yeah,
because love for the art.
I didn't, bro. I like making music, but I didn't like trying to get in certain circles so I could get shows.
Absolutely.
I didn't like try to I didn't want to do that.
Faking.
Yeah, man. I just didn't want to fucking do it.
It's tough. I know.
And like
I know what you're saying.
and like I had a meeting with free bands.
Classic.
The letter M was there too. That's crazy.
Wow.
Me and the letter M were there.
That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, the letter M was there, and we both had a meeting with free bands. He went into the room, played some music. I went into the room, I played my music, and the A&R there was like, yo, this shit is hard as fuck. I'm like, thank you, bro. Hell yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where do I sign?
Right.
Like,
so I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I ain't signed shit. Yeah. And after that, I was just like, I'm kind of tired of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And then like followed that up with the Lil Yachty music video and all those other I'm like, bro, music just, I don't feel like it's where I belong.
Gotcha.
So I just pushed on to the film shit. Real. And like I had instantly when I got into film, I had hella friends that are still my friends today.
Real.
And it just felt better.
Like light. It felt light.
I felt like I was on a path.
Real.
So I kept doing it. Yeah. And it's a hard fucking path.
Gotcha. I understand. Yeah. But you say, you know, like even with the grind at a 7, you know that you're working towards like you giving yourself grace. Like, no, I'm right where I need to be.
Yeah, I'm a leading man, bro. I'm 100% a leading man. It gets told to me all the time. They be like, bro, you have leading man energy. And I'm like, okay, bet. I just got to convince the powers that be that I can take on that. Because it's not just about having the look and having the skills. They want you to be able to handle that pressure.
I know it's a lot of pressure,
bro. Because they know it is. Can you handle somebody saying, all right, bro, this movie costs $100 million. We got to make $300 million. You're in charge of that now. Are you going to perform to make $300 million? Because if you don't...
Wow, you saying something though.
It's a wrap for you, buddy. So it's just like, can you handle that, bro? So that's what it's about, being a leading man and having that poise and being able to carry yourself that way. Yeah, so that's what I feel like I'm heading towards. Really? And I know I got it. I got it, bro. I know I got it. I'm gonna get in. I feel like I'm gonna get in a certain way, and I'm gonna just keep getting traction.
That's right.
Yeah.
Traction.
Yeah. I just know it's gonna happen.
Terrell Barno, when it's all said and done, what would you want your legacy to be?
I want my legacy to be from being like, just being a loving, caring guy that cares about people. And I really, really care about being a good person.
Respect.
Yeah, I don't want to be one of those guys that, oh, I got success and I cheated on my wife.
Real, bro.
Or I don't talk to the people where I come from. Or I don't talk to my mama no more. No, I want to be that guy that like, wow, he took on all of that. He got to this point and he's still not the same person, but he's a better version of himself.
Absolutely.
And I want to be that for sure. Because like where I'm from, it's only really known about sports and military and shit like that, man. It's not a lot going. Jay Ellis is from Sumter.
Gotcha.
He's on Insecure. Chadwick Boseman from South Carolina. That's all we fucking got. And like a bunch of sports people. John Morant's from around the street from where I'm from.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's like there's not a lot of heavy like entertainers from where I'm from, especially black. And I just want to be somebody that can like show you it's possible. I just want to show you it's possible,
real, bro.
man.
Real.
That's all I want to do. Yeah.
Let me ask you this: happiness or legacy? Which one means most to you?
Happiness. Fuck a legacy. Fuck a legacy. Happy.
You saying so?
Like, yeah. Fuck legacy. People ain't start caring about that shit till they put it on a hashtag. Like, nobody gives a fuck about legacy, nigga.
Funny.
Like,
that's funny, bro.
Legacy. It's like, bro, you gotta really, really be somebody to have a legacy. That plays into like children and all this shit and stuff like that. And it's like, who says I want my kids to do the same shit I'm doing? Like, bro, if you want to be a doctor, go be a doctor. Don't do this shit because I'm doing it, because this shit sucks. I'm gonna tell you, it's hard. Don't do something that's hard, bro. Like, look at like fucking Michael Jordan's son. Like,
you saying so,
bro? Yeah, it's legacy in a way, but like, bro, who the fuck can follow up Michael Jordan, bro? Look at Bronny James. I mess with Bronny. I think he's a great kid. I think Bronny James is great, but like, bro, he'll never beat LeBron James.
Real.
And that's just the facts. You know what I'm saying? So legacy just feels kind of like, I mean, I feel like when I think of legacy, I think of like a Jay-Z kind of guy. Like, you want to be somebody that or Jay-Z or Will Smith, you just kept doing it and you did it, and then you just kept doing it, and you're known for being a good guy while doing it. That's just what I want to do. You know, I'm not saying anybody needs to do what I'm doing. I have aspiration to do what I'm doing. Just be great at something and feel good about yourself and make other people feel good while you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? And like, I do see myself as like a leader in that situation. I just want to show people you can do this shit.
That's real.
And be a good person while doing it. You don't have to be an asshole. You don't have to get rich and want to do some weird shit.
Real.
You don't want to have to do that. You won't be no Diddy ass nigga. You want to just, bro, just be a good person. And that is okay.
Keanu Reeves. Just a guy.
Yeah, I see myself as black Keanu Reeves.
Come on, I love it. I love it. That's real, bro.
yeah.
Just a guy.
Yeah.
Still walk by himself through the airport.
Bro, that would be me.
Just
100%.
a guy.
I'm gonna still have my bike no matter where I'm at. Like, I'm biking everywhere. Just about. Yeah.
That's real, bro.
Yeah.
Let me ask you one last question, man. City, suburb, or country style, where do you retire in?
Ooh, boy, I ain't retiring in the city. That's for goddamn sure. I mean, if it's a city like New York, nobody really gives a fuck in New York. That's the thing. So you can walk around and still be a regular person. But I mean, if I'm in the country and I got like a nice lake, a nice house, that sounds pretty sweet to me. Real, quiet. I mess with that any day, man. Yeah, give me a 4-wheeler. Give me a truck, you know what I'm saying? I'm good.
Bro. Absolutely.
A fishing rod.
Absolutely. Good to go.
Nice.
Absolutely. Just so I can think with a notepad.
Yeah.
Come up with crazy joke. That's real, bro. Real,
that sounds great to me.
Love it. Do you have any upcoming projects, shows, or films?
Yeah.
That's coming up this year or 2026? 2026,
I would love to book this audition I just got. I do have a pilot that I just got sent one of the final versions, The Spot. I wrote it and directed it.
Okay.
I want to put that out. I'm probably just put it on Instagram or YouTube. Give it. I just want people to have it.
That's dope.
I don't care about the whole getting it into festivals and things like that. I just want people to see it.
You don't want to hoard it. You just want to get it.
I just want to put it out. Get
bro.
people to see it, get real feedback. That I'm writing a lot of jokes, and I do want to do some sort of 10-minute special, like self-funded, that I do myself. I do want to do that. Yeah. That's 100% what I want to do.
Bro. That's dope. Yeah. Dope. Respect, man. I love it. That's what's up, man. Terrell,
what are these fortune cookies for?
We'll get right there.
Okay.
As tradition on the Integrity Response, if you can reach into that bowl, grab one fortune cookie, open it, read it to your supporters and your fans, and just like that, we out of here. Yes, sir. He said, "What are these?"
I love fortune cookies, so it's really hard for me to sit here and not take one.
Good. Y'all come on in.
Okay, let's see what it says. Yeah. All right. Okay. Your perseverance will be a key to achieving your goals.
I love it, bro.
That's not spot on.
I love it.
What the hell spot on is, man.
I love it.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. That's what's up.
Fire,
I love
bro.
it, bro.
I love
One more
too,
time.
man.
Your perseverance.
Your perseverance would be a key to achieving your goals. It's a bar, bro.
It's a bar.
That ain't
bro.
God. I don't know what God is.
A bar, bro.
Yeah. I fuck with that. Hell
Terrell,
yeah. Thank
Barno.
you, man.
Man, it's been a pleasure, bro. You know we got to do this again.
We will.
You already
We
know
will.
it, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Thank you. I won't switch up when I get lit.
On,
I'll come right back.
Real, that's real.
Yeah.
Respect, respect, bro. Terrell Barno, 2025, the Integrity Response, man. We signing off.